Hello, hello. Welcome back to Space Engineers with Orvishana. So, today I'm going to build a welding ship because welding these up will take quite a long time, and it's just something that needs to get done eventually anyways, seeing as I have a lot of building ahead of me. I only really have one building so far. I want to do a couple production buildings, a bunch of housing stuff, and all sorts of things. So, welding ship, it is time to get you welded. As weird as that is. I feel like that's not a contradiction, but like a, I don't know, some type of like redundant statement. Let's get some interior plates. Got some steel. Oh, I got some. I'll grab more. I just had a thought. I think that... Oh wow, they are empty. Where are all of the things going? Okay, I managed to store everything in here. I didn't think that would work out. Before I build my welding ship, I'm going to build a large cargo and get some components made because I'll need it to go along. Geez, wrong button. I'm gonna need motors and so on, so it's just kind of a storage thing. So let's get that done first. Let's get our color, even though it's going to be temporary. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong button, derp. Come on. There you go. Just gonna throw all of the components in here. Alright, let's go into cargo. Let's grab our components. Copy that. Put it on the end of here. Get rid of it off of here because there's no need to have it on 3 of them in this case. Alright. Let's make sure that actually worked. Much better. Those 2 cargo containers that were just about full, and now this thing's only 6% full. So that's much better. Alrighty. Do I have stuff still? Yes, I do. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of this too because don't need this and it's kind of in the way for the ship. Alright. Let's get started. Where are you? Right here. Gonna use the industrial cockpit, of course, because I love it. Let's get our... let's pick a different color. Let's make this a dark red, because why not? Do we want to go with a different color? Let's see. There's clean, carbon fiber, battered. Let's go with carbon fiber. Let's see how that looks. We can always change the skin if it doesn't look right. Alright, so we want to go with our typical thing because I'm weird and I like to have the O2 generator even though we're on Earth and there's no need. It's just a personal preference. Let's get ourselves an antenna, because why not? And our gyros. Where are you? You are the wrong button. It would help if I was looking at the right thing. Let's put 2 of you. And a projector. Because I probably will break it at some point. There you go. Have that facing the right way. Let's grab fly in all sorts of crazy ways. Get those in the build queue so I can grab all the components for them. Come on. Give me my antenna parts. There you go. There. That's all that. Alright, so we got 1 gyro. Hope everyone's having a good week so far, and work is going well for everyone. School for anyone who's younger. I say younger like I'm ancient or something. Alright, I'm gonna go into production because every time I need displays, I'm just gonna make like 30 of those. We'll make 20 of those. Gonna throw some of these into production as well. Just some like random stuff, just so I have it. Alright. I still have some damage to my character from last episode. Jumping, trying to get onto, where is it? Did I leave the stairs in? I think I did. Yeah. Since I'm probably gonna run out of hydrogen again, figured leave all this stuff in. Alright, so everything's welded. Let's go with our O2 generator, wherever it is, right here. Is that the right way? No, it is not. Alright, so I got that. And we need our... Where are you? This thingy. Need to make sure it's facing the right way. I'm gonna put 2 of these in. This thing's gonna be a little bit bulky, I think, but it'll be alright. So, the way I put that, you won't be able to have a connector on the bottom, which I typically like to, at least for planetary or lunar kind of vehicles. If it's a spacefaring vehicle, it's fine to have it on like the back or the side or somewhere random. But I definitely have a preference of putting the connector on the bottom, because you can just kind of neatly land it down on a landing pad and all that stuff. But because that orientation, it will not work. So we can line up the 2 larger ports and put them like that. Alright, so let's get ourselves... where are you? This... Let's get 2 of these. Let's put them like that. Let's put them on this side as well. I'm like turning my head in real life to look at this, even though it's completely unnecessary. Right. We need... Where are you? This thingy here. Little elbow, so that this one will... Actually, do I have that on right? I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna find out when I weld it up. Don't need a sorter. Probably 2 of those will do okay. Let's get that laid out, and we need our tools. Hopefully that's on here somewhere. Yep. Alright, that's a grinder. Welder number 1 and number 2. Excuse me. Alrighty. So that's our basic layout. We need to throw some batteries on here. And of course thrusters and all sorts of other things. It definitely needs a good amount of fleshing out. Where's our batteries? There we are. Number 6. Let's do... Let's do 4 of these, because it could be quite heavy. Oh crap. 2% hydrogen left. I made it. I said I was gonna run out at some point this episode, didn't I? It's like some sort of psychic or something. Let's finish getting all that energy back. Alright, throw those in there, get our stuff, and back to work. I don't remember which way I oriented that. It'll bother me very much if that is not the way I need it. So, yeah. Let's go into production and go to batteries. Help if I was on the right assembler. This is probably too many batteries for this, but it'll be alright. There we go, got all our stuff and things. Alright, so there you are. Hey, I had it oriented correctly the first time. That's kind of surprising. So got this covering our cargo. Throw that down. Making this thing very wide. Going for something more flat and wide, I guess, as opposed to long and thick. I'm not entirely happy with this ship. I kind of want to change it at some point to make it using medium cargoes, because one of the things I want to do is make like a tractor trailer setup, kind of like if anyone that's watching this has watched Splitsy, which I imagine that's practically impossible not to have seen his content if you watch a channel as small as mine. But yeah, he has something, I think it was called the Goose, and it was like a tractor trailer, but I want to make it look very different. But my own kind of take on it, I guess, is a better way to put it. And I want to have a couple different types of trailers. Probably because I want to build that fuel depot over there, right? Probably so one to truck fuel and one to truck ore, and probably carry stuff around. I don't know. We'll see what we do, but that's all like plans for down the road. Right, let's throw some thrusters on this thing. That's a landing gear. That's upside down. Alright, so we need to, well, we don't need to, but OCD me needs to have it done a certain way. Get those pipes pointed out. Let's go with our, that's the wrong button. There you go. Okay, so we can't put it on top of the pipes, but we can put them there. And let's throw them on the bottom as well. I don't anticipate us needing 6 forward thrusters, but I just kind of figure why not. Where are we? This thing here. Let's get you on here and a connector. There's that. I need to start putting landing gear on my ships again, so I'll definitely put that on here somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this welded up, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. I guess it'll just be a second for you guys though, but yeah, be right back. Alright, so everything is welded up that I got so far. I do like the color red, especially this shade, but that's a lot of red. Let's try out a little bit of gray on this, like a darker gray maybe. Let's put that on some of the stuff. I'm not sure about that either. Maybe having gray down the center line, and then at least the welders probably should be red. I have one idea of something I want to do. Let's put our thrusters on here. Let's go with space them out. Get that rotated so we got these little tubey bits on the outside, even though I'm gonna cover it up kind of, so you won't really see it so much. Alright, so we got our lift, we have our reverse, we have our forward. Let's finish coloring this. Let's go back. Yeah, I don't think I like that. Alright, let's get that back to being red. Let's get our gray. Go with a center line. Of course, I won't be able to color the internal stuff, but that's okay. You won't see it. Let's color these up. Alright. flying all over the place. Alright, so I missed a spot. Gotta get that. I think I like that better. And we'll do some like armor coverings as well. Kind of blend it out. But I will worry about that later. Let's go ahead and put our thrusters for side to side. Oop, wrong way. There you go. Let's do 4 to each side. Throw these suckers right on the top. Where do I have these? On the cargo. Alright, so that covers all the directions you need for atmospheric. You don't need down thrust because you're on a planet, gravity's pulling you down. As long as you don't flip over, you're okay. Let's get all those welded up, and I will be right back. Alright, got all the thrusters welded up. Let's go ahead and work on a little bit of detail work. Yeah, gonna stick with the fiberglass for what I've got so far. Let's go with a different color. Let's go with a darker gray. And maybe battered for the greebling, the armor stuff. Armor stuffs. Let's throw our lights in these spots here. Put that in there. And that in there. Do I have that even? Yes, I do. And let's go back to our armor. I think I'm going to put this here, and we're gonna run this back. Fill in those spots, because why not? Let's get that in there, and of course I realize after having put those in there that I need to take these out so I can actually weld these. Need to have access to them, or well, if you don't have access, you don't have access, as redundant as that is to say. Let's go ahead and put those back in there. How do we want to do this? I'm thinking maybe like that. So it'll be, you can see the tips of the thrusters, but the light is kind of hidden. Let's see how that looks. That's not too bad looking. Not fantastic, but not bad. Let's repeat the same thing on this side. Would help if I could actually rotate the item how I needed. And let's, that's the wrong way. There you go. You can get there eventually. Alright, let's wrap this around the battery, bring it around the thrusters. I think I'll do like a double bumper looking thing around the back, which I actually need to move it because it's very close to this building. Yeah, I'll barely be able to make the clearance. Alright, get those welded up. here. What are we doing? 5. This thing. That thing. Let's go with these. The corner ramps. Wrong way. There we go. Just to kind of give us some curves. Alright. I don't know why, if it was like a trick of the light or if I'm just tired or something, but the motion on the weird mustard yellow, like these little small bits here, I thought it was on fire for a second. Which is not a thing that you can do with armor blocks. You can't light those on fire. That I'm aware of. Alright. Let's go ahead and... where are you? This thingy. Let's throw these on here. Kind of wrap it around a little bit. Or not really wrapping it around, but continuing that curve. And we are going to go with... that's the wrong way. So we need to come out another block. So we are going to go for that. Actually, I need to weld up the one behind it. All of these, get those welded. Let's go out that far. That's the wrong thing. Derp. Too far. There you go. I'm saying a lot today. Bring that around. And we will go back to this thing here. Nope, wrong way. Of course I say right after pointing out how much I say it. There you go. So it'll be like that. God dang it. Let's go with these little clampy bits, like it's holding the thruster. Wrong way. Yeah, that's very close to that building. Alright, so I think that's the shape I'm going for. And I'm hoping that this isn't going to be too wide to fit on one of these landing pads. Because they're 5 blocks across, which if you're dealing with small grid, that's 25 blocks. And we got 3, 6, 9 for the big pieces, 2 on each side. Well, basically 3 on each side because the thrusters, so that's 15. It'll fit. It's gonna take up a lot of the space, but it'll fit. And we are, I think, looking good. Gonna go ahead and mirror this on the other side, get it welded up. See you guys in a second. Alright. Got everything welded up. I decided to make a couple changes. I added some more of these batteries, or some of these batteries, but there's variants for small grid. There's a normal one that's been in the game for as long as it's been out, I think. But they recently added these small batteries. And I figured they would be a good thing to use for, you know, they add a little bit of power. Not that it's needed at all, because I've got 4 of the regular ones, which should be more than enough to do just about anything. But they also have nice visuals to them. And on one side it has high voltage. I figured since these are electrical and they don't use like regular fuel, they just spin with electricity, I guess. Throw some high voltage sign on them and throw one closer to the welder as well. I thought that was a neat little thing to do. Let's tie these in a little bit, because I don't like how they're just kind of sitting up on the top. Alright, let's go with this thingy. That reaches farther than I thought it would. Okay, cool. There you go. And then we need to move it over a block, because we need to go over them like that. So we need to... There you go. There. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle to line things up right. Okay, and then we can go with that. I'm not sure if I'll go over them. I don't want it to have the shoulder pad look. I still, even though it's an industrial ship and it's just supposed to be for working and all that, I still want it to look a little bit sleek. But some detail lines are nice, you know? It is nice for things to look nice. And I further demonstrate how I'm good with words. Yeah. Alright, let's get all that welded, and kind of want to tie this darker gray over into the middle as well. So let's see what we can figure out for that. Let's turn that. Turn that. And maybe some of this, like so. Wrong way, there we go. Yeah, I think I'll just have this kind of covering this area. Maybe I will have that come back out and kind of go along and no, I don't like that. But I do definitely need to step that down. So let's go with this nifty little armor slope just to bring it down. I think that looks alright. Let's these will still be sticking off randomly looking. So let's have that, even though I don't think that touches. It's alright, just don't pay attention to, don't mind to the gap. It's the opposite of a train station. How they have those warning signs, you know, mind the gap, Don't want you to fall in. Let's bring that around. Always rotating things the wrong way. I'm just gonna finish mirroring that and probably mirror it on the bottom as well. And I think on the bottom, how it goes like that, I'll just have the line continue to the back because I don't have thrusters on the bottom, and I'll put the landing gear on that line. See you guys in a moment. Alright, got everything welded up. It's not quite a mirror on the bottom, but that wouldn't be possible anyways. But I think it looks pretty decent. I went with 2 different shades of gray. This shade is actually the same as the color that runs through the middle. Just kind of gives it a little more variation. I changed up these from being the like the full half slope thing, so that now it's a little smaller, so you see a little more red poking out through the sides. But yeah, I think it looks pretty decent. I'm happy with it. Just got to cut her free and see if she flies. Alright, and we are golden. I should actually cover this up a little bit. It looks kind of awkward. But I will do that at some other point. Let's take her up and not crash into anything. Awesome. It's pretty good responsiveness from the gyros. Let's get her docked up. Probably put our camera on here. 7 for camera. 4 for our connector, as usual. Let's go ahead and get our landing gears and turn off the auto lock. Let's get in our camera view and get her docked. Alright, cool. I think this is as good a spot as any to call it. I'll go ahead and throw some extra lights and stuff on here in between episodes and use it to, you know, actually I feel like I can't call it right now. I have to at least do some welding. Can't just build a welding ship and not even weld anything. Alright. That's the wrong button. I'm going to... You know what? Grab some of these. Throw them all in here. Well, middle button. And could not deposit everything, but that is fine. Alright, let's at least get a... Okay, that needs more reverse thrust. Why are you not welding? You know why? Because that is not piped up. Smooth. Alright, so we need to change. Probably put the connector on the back. Alright, awesome. Blarg. Do we have access to these? I'm going to cheat a little bit and do that. Let's get as much as we can. Throw that right in here. Just go ahead and throw every little bit in there. Alright, and derp, and weld that back up. Come on. There you go. Now that should at least be able to flow through. And we have welding. So much faster than by hand. We can do multiple blocks at a time, and it's just wonderful. Alright, we're out of construction components, but that's a quick little demo. I'll make the necessary changes and get her fixed up, and yeah, hopefully have all that stuff welded before. Probably should turn around so I get out the right part of the ship there. Come on, that's the wrong way. I'm leaning a little bit. Alright, having trouble. There we go. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, comment what you liked, what you didn't like, so I can improve. And this has been Orvishana, and I'm signing off.